the American Gunfighter Podcast. Hosted by your instructors from Ghost Ring Tactical. With their combined experience in the military, law enforcement, firearms instructing industry, and security, they'll be discussing tactics, training, firearms, and equipment to help you become an even better American gunfighter.
Hey everyone, Nick Ryan's here, and welcome to another episode of the American Gunfighter Show. With me tonight, Brian Romero.
Happy to be here.
We also have Mike Ano.
Good evening.
And last but not least, we have Chad Cotty with us.
Save the best for last.
And tonight, what we're going to do is we're going to go through and explain our entire kit, what we use, why we use it, so you can hopefully not waste your money on buying shitty gear.
Like that helmet.
Like this thing that I have on my head. No, this is great.
That's
But it's cool.
cool.
It's cool as shit.
Not gonna lie. Yeah, pretty cool.
I can't look at you too long, but
It is very cool. Yeah. Yeah.
See what I have to deal with? See this shit? Amateur hour.
Fuck you and fuck you. Fuck you too. You are cool, but fuck y'all.
That's too ratty for that, dude. This is
just
that's a pretty fine comb.
go like slow. Oh. There's a tea tree in there too.
Let's go. All right, so hopefully you guys out there enjoyed our intros. We decided to be
A little comic relief.
basically
You gotta
normal.
Lighten it up. We gotta
That's
lighten the
basically
mood.
the way we are.
Lighten the mood.
It was all Ryan's idea to get fully kitted up and
LARPing.
do our intros, but there's no fucking way we were going to sit here the entire
So
time.
He's a
hot here right
self-proclaimed nerd. So,
in all
you
of
know.
our shit. So, all right, so we're going to go around the room explaining our kit, our full setup. Do we have other stuff other than this? Yes, but what we have with us today is our go-to stuff that we are currently wearing now. This is if I had to grab something because shit was going down, this is what I'm going to grab. So we were asked to do this, I think yesterday or the day before. One of our students jumped on our alumni page. He's like, hey, I would love to know what you guys are running. It's very important for a lot of you guys out there especially for us, we've tested this gear out. We've tested so much gear that we've figured out what works, what doesn't work. And that's something we always tell our students is that if they're thinking about buying something, let us know first, and we'll let you guys know if it's quality, if you should do something else, and so on. So without further ado, I'll start off with this lovely contraption that's in my lap right now.
so obnoxious.
Do you need one of these?
Yes.
100%.
If you can afford it, fuck yeah, you
Yeah.
need one of these. All right, this is a DevTech. This is a full bulletproof helmet. It is, I believe, level 3 for all of the panels that are on here. I got it all tricked out where it's got a ventilation system in the top to make sure I stay nice and cool in there. He threw these red lenses in. I guess these are more expensive lenses, but he couldn't get the regular tinted ones that are just black, which he's going to send to me later. I just got this, I think, last week, and yeah, it's just pretty cool.
The red lenses are way better.
You like the red
I love
lenses?
it.
Oh, dude.
100%, dude.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, if he could fit like pit vipers in there
Yes.
for you, that would be
Yeah.
that'd be a little better. But
Yeah. The red lenses set it off.
Yes, would I grab this?
don't
I don't
fucking
know.
lie.
I don't know, dude.
Yes, you would. Give me that, your Ranger panties, and
Yes.
like your Glock.
Oh, I
if
can
we're-
see it right now.
Flip flops.
We've already seen it.
Yeah. Hey, dudes.
Yes.
Ranger panties and helmets.
Just as just this scare tactic, just to scare the shit out of somebody. I don't know. I may, if shit's going down, we got some apocalyptic shit. I may throw it on. I don't know.
Just that 2/10 of hesitation, like
Like, what the fuck is that?
bam, I got him.
I got like
Is
6
that
rounds on you
Batman?
now.
No, it's not. But you just got shot in the fucking face. Okay. All right. So I've got my helmet here. I've got my other helmet. as well. This is a hardhead veterans helmet with the what do they call it? The honeycomb.
Yeah, honeycomb. They're amazing.
Yeah, I really like the inner part here. I think you can get it this way or
Either
the
way,
regular
the
way.
pad
or
Yeah. Again, I've worn this a little bit. I haven't worn it that much to really do a solid review on it, but basically there's two companies, I think, to really three.
Yeah.
To get ballistic helmets. You got Hardhead Veterans,
Team Wendy.
and
then Cry. Ops Core.
Ops Core. That's your fucking.
That's your mil spec, like
SEAL team
$8,000
shit.
fucking
Yeah,
helmets,
it was super expensive. Ear Pro on this. Don't go with these. I'll tell you that right now. I went for a cheap.
LARPing.
I don't even know the
It's a LARPing
fucking
headset.
name of it. It's like
Yeah.
starts with an E, like an ETSY. It's not some.
Chinar.
Etsy.
Did I basically spell out Etsy? They were actually $350. They
wasted your money.
I
sir.
did.
You're halfway
They
there.
work.
Yeah.
But I think they work
So
too
close but so
good.
far.
Like I put these on and I was sitting in the middle of the
remember that.
range.
Yeah.
And I could hear every
Yeah.
fucking conversation around the entire range. I was like, I sat underneath the awning.
Yeah, you heard me on the car range. It's like, The
And I
guy's
was
like,
just-
I said click in my head. You're
I
like,
was
"What?"
like, wow, I can hear everything. So they work. I just wouldn't go with that.
How are they in terms of just the like
Decibel reduction.
decibel reduction,
That's fine.
dampening,
They work
comfort,
fine.
right? Like
Comfort wise, it's fine. It's just the
discernment,
the amplification of the external sound is a little over the top.
But
Okay.
from a
Yeah.
budgetary
Directionality.
standpoint, like
From a budget, it
Yeah.
works fine.
Yeah.
yeah, $300 and it works. I mean, you can hook comms to it.
Yeah.
So yeah,
How's
so
the directionality of the sound?
you hear everything from all around.
yeah.
Okay.
'Cause we had that
So-
same problem with the Timu walkers, right?
Yes.
Like they sound
Yeah.
really good, but I can't tell
You
what
can't
it just
tell where
sounds
the
like
sound's
everything
coming
is going on
from.
around me.
we
Yeah.
hear that a
Yeah.
lot in that shoot house.
Yes.
Yeah, when we get
yes.
to the shoot
With the
house,
cheap
like
ear pro.
I just couldn't tell.
No,
where the
we hear
screaming was
it
coming
with regular walkers
Yeah.
too.
Oh,
It's-
really?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. It's not
Yes.
just the cheap
Yeah.
China shit. Yeah. So they can't tell. They hear gunfire in the house. They hear screams, and they can't quite tell what room it's coming
okay.
from because they're hearing everything. Yeah, yeah.
don't
So
have that problem.
all right, that's helmet wise. Moving on. Let's go on to battle belts. I did a video just on this a few weeks ago, so you guys can always reference that if you guys want to look at that, but I'll go through it quickly. I'm using a lot of G-code stuff on here, so I'll open it up so I can start from this side.
Are we sponsored by any of these people?
No.
Do we get paid promotions from any of these
No.
products? Nope. Just to close.
Yeah,
Disclose
so
that.
just so you guys know, yeah, we're not paid by, like G-code, I'm not paid by them at all. We're not sponsored by them at all. First off on here, I have my knife. This is a Etsy 3 that I have on here. I don't like a lot of the other clips that go on. I forgot, what's the black one?
the
that-
utility clips or
Not
the malice clips.
I think malice clips.
The plastic ones that
The
weave
plastic
through?
ones,
those
yeah.
are malice
I
clips.
actually went with these leather straps to hold on because I don't like a lot of the clips out there because it makes the knife stick too far
It's very
out.
terminalist. It's very
Yeah, too far
Jack
out on
Carr.
my belt, and it gets caught on things if it's too far away. I like to try to keep everything on my belt as tight to my body as possible for that reason, for moving through houses, moving through vehicles, stuff like that. That I'm not going to get hung up. The next thing going down, I've got my G-code holster. This is the RTI, which I can clip this, okay, and then I can snap this off. Okay, it's just their version of
QD holster.
yeah, QD, yeah. So I can, whatever gun I'm using that day, I can clip on, okay, here pretty quickly and then snap it over. This is a optimal drop holster, so it's not a full drop. I like the optimal drop. I don't like a full drop. The optimal drop is perfect for me. Running my plates and stuff like that, I can get to my weapon just fine. Next is going to be your G-code. These are just your Scorpion mag pouches. I have my, what is it, the mule
The
or
mutt.
the mutt?
Mutt.
Yeah, the
Leatherman mutt.
Leatherman mutt. I've said this in other videos and podcasts, stuff like that. If you put a Leatherman on your kit,
You'll use it.
you're going to start using it. I had this sitting in my office for like years. I never had it on my belt. I put it on my belt. I just used it today.
I'll say we were digging dirt
I
out
was
of
digging dirt.
Target
yeah,
stands
yeah,
today.
with this thing today. A lot of times I'll be just in my office And I'll be like, oh, I need a pair of pliers. And I'm like, oh, I got them on my belt. I'll just go take it off a belt. So use it a lot.
It's going to put them back on your belt.
I do. No, I put it on every time. Next up, I'm still just using a Scorpion mag holder for my flashlight. This is just a Surefire Fury IntelliBeam. Going back, this is my IFAK. The IFAK I'm using, this is actually a Condor IFAK that just pulls out the side here. I'm not going to do it.
That's the Gen 2.
This is the Gen 2, their newest one. I forgot the name. It's like
I can't remember.
A micro, it's not even called an IFAK. It's like a micro trauma kit, something along those lines. You guys, it's inexpensive and it works just as good as your Blue Force gear ones. You gonna say?
Yeah, man. Like you can go out there and spend.
But 60, the Blue Force 80, ones are like $100, something like that.
It's pretty ridiculous.
These are like $30 maybe.
$30, and they work.
They work just fine.
Just as fine.
Yeah,
yeah. You're paying for the name.
Yeah, we love Condor. Okay, they're good. They're good friends of ours.
Yeah.
Okay. Are we still not
sponsored by them?
Still not sponsored by them. They don't pay us anything.
Yeah.
They may
like
send us
gear.
They may send us stuff to test out once in a while, but yeah.
Wear their pants.
Yep. I've got the Scorpion mag pouches here. I have 3 on here.
Damn.
What I normally have 3, no.
Damn.
The reason I have 3 is for my radio. All right, so I have a spot for my radio for admin purposes. Usually, I would just have 2 of my rifle mag pouches on here. I wouldn't have a 3rd. And same thing here. Still running those Scorpion G-code pouches here for my pistol mags. The belt that I have on, this is G-code as well. And this is their operator belt, assaulter belt. What's it, assaulter belt? Okay. So their assaulter belt. I just switched over to this one beginning of this year, and I've really liked it. It actually has 2 options. You could just do the inner padding, okay, inner pad here, or it comes with the Velcro inner as well. So if you want to run a Velcro inner, which I don't like a Velcro inner, I actually like the pad. I think it's more admin purposes that around here when we're teaching classes, I can easily put this on and easily take this off without worrying about that inner belt. So, yeah, that is my belt setup. Next, we're going to go on to plate carrier. All right, so I switched over to this one early this year as well. I switched from a Faro Concepts Slickster to the Cry Precision JPC 2.0. I have to say, guys, I was quite impressed with the quality of this and the way it fits. There was a significant difference when I put this on in the comfort level compared to the Faro Concepts.
What about the price?
I know, it's fucking Cry. We all know that's fucking Gucci shit.
Hey.
But even for the price, I think it was well worth the investment. It's just the way it hugs me.
So why does it take points off of your shoulders? Like why do you like?
Yeah, I don't know what it is.
It just fits better.
Like I said.
Yeah.
The best way I can explain it is the way it hugs me.
Yeah.
The way it just cinches around me.
Warm blanket.
Just makes me feel
I
good
could go so many
inside.
directions with that right now, but I'm not going to.
So overall comfort. Yeah. I don't know what it is that makes it so comfortable, but the Faro Concepts one, the Slickster, the problem I had with that one was the cummerbund. I had that one for I think 2-3 years, and they
just had the elastic,
out.
the OG elastic,
just the elastic.
Yep.
The elastic starts to get stretched out and really doesn't snug against you anymore. And I wanted to look at something like, hey, I want something that's going to last for a long fucking time. You know, let's say worst case scenario happens, fucking war breaks out, and I can't buy new stuff.
Yeah.
I wanted something that I can have for years and years and years that's going to hold up and last me. All right. So with the items I have on it, I got to be honest, I can't remember the brand that I used for these mag holders. So if I can find it, we'll put it in the comments or something like that.
Looks like a Blue Force.
It's not Blue Force. It's some other company. Right. Yeah, I didn't like the ones that the Cry had with them, so I bought Cry's plate carrier.
The high-speed gear?
Maybe. but I didn't put any of the Cry stuff on it. So this is a different brand, and I like to keep it as minimalist as possible, where all I'm going to carry is those 3 mags on here. I got an extra tourniquet here. Maybe put some chem lights or something on the side I haven't done yet. The dangler, this is actually a Faro Concepts dangler that I just transferred over into this. I like danglers. It just allows me to store more shit.
Say what you got in there.
I think I got gloves.
Twinkies,
Yeah.
Skittles.
It hides your fluff too, man.
And I have a Sharpie that you guys haven't stolen yet.
Sharpies are a valuable, valuable commodity around here. That looks like my Sharpie, actually.
These guys,
But now that you've got
we're
it
always
stuck in your
stealing
wiener,
each other's
That was my
fucking
Sharpie.
Sharpies.
It was yours.
But so I've got that stuff in there now. But I mean, it allows me to, maybe I have my cell phone. I mean, I can just throw
Right.
my
So
phone in there.
it's not a dedicated storage.
Not
for
a
anything
dedicated
specific.
storage. It is just my gloves are always in there,
Okay.
and then whatever else I may want to throw in there. All right.
I like the zipper, the zipper tab on it though.
The loop.
Yes.
Oh, yeah,
I like
easy-
that.
easy to get to?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. On the back, all I did on this was actually a Faro Concepts attachment as well, which fit on the back of the Cry, so it worked out perfectly. And this just gives me a couple extra pouches if I'm running on a stack. We want to put some flashbangs in there, whatever we may have. Realize that the stuff that's on the back of your play carrier that's not for you to get to, it's going to be whoever you're partnered with. They're going to be the ones to be able to get into this, the pouches here. So currently, I don't have shit in it because I'm not doing
When was
anything.
the last time you were on a stack?
Exactly. But you know what? We can only wish. We can only hope. Okay.
I'll be
So
here in 2.5 hours when you need me.
It's there. It's there and ready. All
So we got 2.
right. Plates that I carry in my carrier. I just pulled it out, but we've got I'm running the Safe Life Defense Fraz armor. So this is rifle. It's not a level 4. It's up
It's
to
like 3+. It'll take green tip.
Yeah, it's up to 7.62. It goes.
Ball. 7.62 ball.
I'd have to look.
yeah, pretty
Is
sure
it
it's 7.62 ball
Okay.
and 5.56 green tip.
Green tip.
It'll
Okay.
do.
Not too heavy. I think they're sitting around as a 4 pounds.
Less than that.
It may be a little less than 4
Yeah.
pounds. They're not bad when it comes to weight wise. I really like how they, again, they flex with you as you're moving in your plate carrier throughout the day. So been
Probably
using
a Gucci combo with flexible plates and the plate carrier
Maybe.
that hugs you.
that hugs me.
I mean,
Maybe.
I'll bet if you put like our plates in there, you'd hate that plate carrier.
Like, you guys got steel plates? What do you guys got in there?
No, we got ceramics. We'll get to our
Ceramics,
stuff. Don't worry about our stuff.
yeah. So, all right. So that's my setup, you guys. This is the shit that I would grab if shit went down and then we needed to go have some fun.
Yeah.
So yeah. All right. Do we want to go here? We want to move
Well, yeah,
across.
whatever.
Let's move across. Micah, you go.
Pour
No.
myself some more
Chat?
scotch. No, I got
Chat?
it. It's fine.
Okay.
It's fine.
Micah, you're up.
Where'd we start? Headgear. So you will notice a theme as we go through my gear. Some of it's kind of old. Some of my stuff's pretty old. I haven't really refreshed a lot of my gear. I know you guys got all brand new fucking Gucci. I don't even see like any dirt on Ryan's gear. I think he bought it like last week, probably for this podcast.
I'll be jealous. I'll be jealous.
So I've had my stuff for a while, so it might be a little not as up to date, and you'll kind of see it's cobbled together. So for my helmet, this is a Team Wendy X-Fill. This is just a bump helmet. This is non-ballistic. I do have a ballistic helmet at home. It's just the Mitch helmet, which isn't as nice as the high-cut helmets. It's like the old school Army helmet that you see. But I already own a ballistic helmet, so I'm not going to spend gobbles of money on another ballistic helmet.
How much is that one?
This is only like 300. I bought this so long ago. I think it was like
$300
$300
still just for a bump helmet? Okay.
Bro, ballistic helmets are like 800, 1200. At least when back
No.
when I was shopping for new helmets.
yeah.
So they may have come down in
I think they've
price.
come
I don't
down.
know.
I can't remember what
But
I paid for
spend
mine.
money on expensive guns and mountain bikes and other things. So I already have a helmet.
My
So-
ballistic face mask, that was like $2,000.
Well, you don't pay us that much, so I don't get to have one of those.
So what you're saying is you're going to give us a
decisions are poor
raise.
So, Team Wendy X-Fill. The selling point on this for me over the hardhead and over, there's another, the Cries are really nice, but they're expensive, is that it has a BOA system. And that was my biggest complaint of the other helmets, is that I could never get the straps adjusted just right. So this is nice. You can just throw it on, ratchet down the BOA system, and it fits perfect. And that was a big selling point for me. I've got the TNVC, I think it's called the Mohawk on here for my battery pack. This is, So again, being aircrew, I've got some leftover gear from other places.
Leftover, huh? Got
Yeah.
it.
So this is an old MVG mount off of one of my decommissioned flight helmets. I mean, a Wilcox mount is $500, $600,
Yeah.
right? So anywhere that I can save money, I will. And it's already set up. And I really like the fact the way the battery pack hooks into this one. It just plugs straight in versus being a 90-degree angle, which is the dumbest thing ever. I don't understand why they've gone that way. So my battery pack sits back here, and then the Mohawk, and I just run my cables underneath. Again, this is a Team Wendy helmet cover as well. So my helmet's black, but I got the multicam cover.
Okay.
Comms, these are my Peltor Comtact 3s. These are way more advanced than anything I would ever need. Again, these were leftovers. I mean, I can run dual radios on these. I don't even have a single radio right now, and no one that I could talk to on a radio, other than Nick and I being in a
We could
stack.
talk to each other.
Yeah, we can talk to
Bet
each
you I
other.
can hook comms
But
to
it
my
looks
$2,000
cool.
helmet.
Basically, Stranger Things calling each other on the radio. So that's my helmet. And again, this is more just a bump helmet for running around. And 99% of what you're going to do, a bump helmet will suffice for most of that.
Yep.
So that's that one. What was next? Belts.
Whatever.
Yep.
Yeah. You want to go in order? Okay.
Okay, so this is probably my newest piece of kit. This is the T-Rex Arms, I guess their Fast Belt or something. I can't remember the acronym. I've got, I don't know how many belts at home. Belt after belt after belt after belt. I've run Condor, I've run G-Code, I've run race belts. I had a belt sponsor which I still wear that belt.
Yep.
For my competitive shooting. But I really like this. Belts have come a long way. This is one of the spots where technology really has kind of made leaps and bounds. So this has the Tegris insert, which you can actually see better on Chad's belt when we get to his, but it's like this weird carbon fiber. So it's super rigid where it needs to be, but it's also really flexible where it doesn't need to be, which keeps it really, really thin and really lightweight. And I like when you've got a really thick belt, which was my old school stuff, it can create a lot of hot spots on your hips and sciatic nerve issues, especially when you're wearing the shit all day long, which we do out here. So comfort is a major, major, major decision factor for me when it comes to my gear. The other selling point on this one, you'll notice it's completely slick on the outside. All the MOLLE panel or whatever, the slots, which you can kind of see right here, run on the inside of the belt. So what I really like is that, and again, none of my stuff is MOLLE anymore, it's all clips, but when you used to have MOLLE shit, it would MOLLE to the outside of the belt,
flop.
and it just flops because all you have is that little thin MOLLE strap that's supporting all the weight of all your gear versus now the entire surface area and rigidity of the belt supporting your gear. So if you do have MOLLE, I think this pouch is my dump pouch is my only MOLLE thing that's on here anymore. So I really like that. All right, holster. I've always had retention on my holster, so it's just something that I'm used to using. This is a Safariland 6390 RDS holster. I've had to modify it for my supervillain gun just because the comp is insane. So I've had to heat this up and kind of spread it out to allow for the comp to fit in there. But these are some of, in my personal opinion, some of the best holsters on the market. Retention is great. Immediate release of the retention. It only holds it by the light. You can
Which
roll
one
around.
are the Safarilands tend to just crack when you lay on
That's the
them?
new ones. That's the I can't remember what they're called, but it's not these.
It's not those.
It's not these.
I knew that one
So
model. or
you'll
whatever,
see
you
the
laminate
difference, which is hard
and
to
they
see on this one
snap.
while it's on here.
Yeah.
Let's see if I can pull it off. So it's sitting on a Safariland QLS fork system. So you can see this seam right here on the holster. It's basically one thick piece of Kydex that's wrapped all the way around itself. The one that has the seam that
seam
runs
right-
down
yeah.
here, we have seen those split, crack, fall apart, and all the rest of it. I know people shit on the QLS forks too, and they snap and break off. I've never
do
had
they?
that issue.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I've seen it where people are like, oh, I can just pull it off of there. I'm like,
Okay.
all right, well, I mean, you pull hard enough on anything and it'll come off. So QLS fork, it sits on a True North Concepts hanger. I really like these. So this is the aluminum hanger. It's a True North. I've got the leg strap kit from them as well. But the nice thing is the adjustability on here for the female side of the mount. The Safariland holsters are renowned for having this ridiculous cant in the holster, so I can cant my fork and then mount it to here, and it's perfectly vertical, so I don't have any drag on my draw. And it's super adjustable in terms of how high or low you want to put it on your belt, so you can really kind of customize right where you need it to go.
What about the?
So this is the nub mod,
the nub mod
from OT
Makes a big
Defense,
difference.
OT Tactical. I love it. You can see it kind of hangs up a little bit, especially with all the dirt and shit we have here. It can kind of get hung up, so you just have to make sure that when you put it back in the holster, that you just put it back in there.
Okay.
If you've got super oversized safeties on your gun, it can drag. So like the Atlas will drag on that. It's not great, but it does give you a lot more surface area for defeating that retention.
Makes a big difference.
Yeah.
I mean, it's so, you hit that very
so natural.
little,
Yeah.
Instead of like really having to work it.
Yep.
It makes a big difference.
All right, so this is my Scallywag knife. If you guys have seen our podcast from when Nick and I got back from the Craig Douglas ShivWorks class, this is a box opener. At no point am I pulling this thing out and stabbing anyone with it.
I have to. I'm going to be doing another video probably after this one, going over my new everyday carry knife that I carried over in Hawaii.
Oh, the MBB or MVD or whatever.
And it's Scallywag as well. So
Yep.
I'm gonna go. Don't worry, guys. I'm gonna cover some knife stuff in my next
I
video.
don't remember the name of this knife, but I don't think you can get it anymore. This was a gift, and it's awesome, and I love it. But it's just a really dangerous looking, scary box opener. Is really what I know, right? I can open ammo and stuff with it.
But I think the
handles
knife
like-
on a battle belt has a different purpose than a knife on our everyday carry. If I'm wearing that, the situation has drastically fucking changed.
Yeah. If I've gone through 90 rounds on my plate carrier, another 60 rounds on my belt, and 30 rounds of rifle on my rifle, plus another 60 rounds of pistol, and I got to get this.
I'm cutting my own throat.
I'm just saying my knife that I carry on my battle belt, that's where I may use it offensively instead of defensively.
Sensory elimination.
Just saying.
You will notice I have no medical on my belt. I grew up as aircrew, and most of our kit was, all of our kit was just on our plate carrier. So everything, ammo, water, radios, guns, knives, IFAC,
Med stuff
everything,
was on-
everything
okay.
was just on our plate carrier. And it's just how I do it. It's just what I know. But there's enough room on here for a quick tourniquet, and if I need it, it's there, either for myself or for someone else. I can get to it. I think this is a 1110, thank you, Kydex carrier. And then just this thing is so beat up. You can see the little Velcros coming off of there, but it doesn't impact the effectiveness of my tourniquet. And again, a NAR cat tourniquet on there. This is a Condor dump pouch, and this is literally just for teaching here. Like nothing else goes on in here. I've got my instructor Sharpie. We all have, but mine's the fat Sharpie, so no one steals my shit. And that just goes in there, and that's, water bottles, pasties, lube, whatever, radio, whatever else.
Pasties and lube, bro.
Fuck yeah, bro. No, you guys know. So whatever needs to go in my dump pouch goes in there. These are HGSI tacos. Again, just administrative shit, same Leatherman mutt.
Yep.
And this is a Streamlight HLX flashlight. It's like 1,000 lumen, just a regular old light.
Yep.
From my competitive side of things, I hate these Bungie mag caddies. I just don't like them, mainly because they're not consistent. Right, if I go to grab my mag and it's this way, and the next time it's over here, and they're loose and they're floppy. I love Kydex mag caddies. They really suck out here in the New Mexico desert because we've got this super fine talcum powder sand, but it just requires a little bit more maintenance to make them work. So these are LAG rifle mags, and the things I like about these. So most of this stuff that's on my belt is mounted with the Blade Tech tech locks.
The blade tech, that's what I was talking about with the knives.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's where a lot of people put their knives on with the blade tech.
Yep.
Yes.
Everything is on here.
I just don't like how they stick, how far they stick out.
So I love how far they stick out.
For a knife, I don't like how far they stick out.
So you'll notice on the rifle, one sits further out than the other. And so when it's at the curvature of my hip, where this happens to sit on my waist, it actually separates my mags so I can index and get to things. Same with my pistol mag. You'll notice it's at an angle, and then it's also at an angle off my belt. So I can adjust these things to the minutia of where the proficiency is. I just grab my mag, and it's there every single time. It's the most proficient spot. Every single time my hand goes down, it's in the same spot. This is a Blade Tech mag caddy for my pistol. I only carry one pistol mag on my belt. Again, if I want to reload something, I want to reload on my rifle. Right. Give me 2 rifle mags. I got 3 on my plate carrier. We'll talk about her in a second, and 1 in my gun. If I've got to go to another pistol mag, Jesus, I've really made some mistakes.
How many is in that pistol mag?
This one is 26.
It's like extended, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I've got the 170s, which I can get 29 in
Right,
there.
but I'm just saying that's an extended one too. So
Yeah, that's a 140 mil Atlas mag with a Terran base plate. Lastly are my gloves, and this is a Grimlock, I think it's called. I don't know who makes them. It's just like a little plastic carabiner with a little push button deal, and so I just keep my
What kind of gloves?
These are the Mechanics, the .05.
Let's say I saw mechanics on there, but they look thinner than
I
normal
love
mechanics.
a thin glove. I hate the
Yeah.
super thick gloves.
No, I agree.
I want the tactile feel. I want the dexterity. And yeah, they're expensive. And yeah,
Are
they
they?
don't last very long. I
Okay.
mean, mechanic gloves are expensive, 30, 40 bucks for a set of gloves. But that's a cost that I'm willing to accept. And I blow through probably 2 to 3 pairs of these a year. Teaching and doing all this other stuff here. So these are relatively new. But yeah, these are the Mechanics, the .05 mil is what they're called, the gloves.
Okay.
So that is my
belt?
that is my belt setup. And then my inner belt that I run an inner belt. I love the inner belt. I hate the outer rubbery things. Again, consistency, it doesn't move, it locks on. I've tried inner belts from G-Code and Bianchi and wherever. My favorite one is like a $25 Amazon inner belt because it's super thin, and I buy them a little bit longer so I can kind of do the overlap and then cinch them down real hard. And then just put this one on over top. All right, so that's the battle belt, and then plate carrier.
Your everything is attached to it, and then your belt was attached to your helmet.
Yep. All right. So this is where I'm showing my age. This is the Ronin Tactics Assaulter plate carrier. This is the Gen 1. This is his original. So 2LAM, Call of Duty, all that kind of good stuff.
Yeah.
You guys, he's probably super popular. This was his original.
What is he on, like 5.0 right now? Like what's he on?
I think 2 or 3.
Is it?
At least 2 or 3. But this was sort of came out just after the JPC 1.0.
Okay.
So this was like what they call the bikini plate carriers when they first came out. This was kind of one of the competitions to the Cry stuff, and it's got a few features on it that I like over the Cry, and it was I don't remember how much it costs. I don't know the brand of the plate that your tax dollars pay for, but they are the neutrally buoyant ceramic spall coated. They're like level 4+ plates.
Okay.
So they're super heavy, and they'll take up to black tip 308 is what they're rated for. Do I need them? No.
Do you know what weight they are?
They're probably about 8 pounds.
Really? Per plate?
Per plate.
And that's what you're wearing out here?
Ooh.
Good for fucking you.
They're about 7. Dude, when I was in
I
country,
work out with those.
when I was in country, my plate carrier weighed 95 pounds.
God. Oh, damn.
95 pounds between water, radio, ammo, IFAC. Because again, we kept everything on our plate
on
carriers.
your plate, yeah.
95 pounds is what I rolled
Why your
with.
back's jacked.
All right, same dangler. This is the Haley Strategic dangler. My one complaint is the zipper. It's the super micro, sleek, low profile zippers, but they get hung up all the fucking time. You can wax them with a crayon or whatever, but they do tend to keep the water out. Inside, this is an SOE gear med insert, so it'll stay Velcroed in there, and then I can open it up and all my stuff is retained. That was, again, a big thing coming from aircrew, is that retention was everything. So even on the pull-out ones, we would have a bungee. Every piece of kit in here would have a bungee on it, so that as soon as I open this up and someone's dragging me somewhere, all my shit's coming with me. So now it's just Velcro versus a bungee. But that sits in the Haley one, and I think that's like an Eagle med patch, so that you know that it's a Red Cross IFAC in there, whatever. I'm not a huge...
So they won't shoot you?
Yeah. I'm not a huge fan of storing tourniquets, but again, this is a supplemental. My primary is on my belt, but if I need this one, I can pull this one out. Same little Grimlock hook on there for my gloves. I keep a set of shears in here. This is the Leatherman, what are they called? Raptors?
Raptors, yes.
They're expensive, but
amazing.
Holy fuck.
Dude, they will cut a car shield, like a window.
Yeah.
Really?
Oh, dude, they're
These
sharp.
things are legit.
Yes.
I can cut pennies with these things. They've got a seatbelt cutter on them. I got a window breaker for now until they do to laminate windshields and all that other kind of shit. But they are pretty fucking legit, and they store down
they're
real nice
legit.
and compact. I have no idea who makes this pouch. It's just one of the pouches that I have, and I use it as a radio pouch. I just unzip.
Okay.
And
Okay.
throw
I was
my
going to ask you
radio
what
in.
else you use it for.
Yeah,
Okay.
admin-wise, I'll throw my radio in there. Some personal modification. Oh, okay. So shingle on here is the Agilite Mag Caddy on here. I really like this because it has this little rubber funnel, so I can index my mags and put them back in easily versus like the little, I like the Faro Concepts, super slick, low profile, but getting your mag back in there is kind of a pain in the ass.
I agree.
And this is, again, it's more of an administrative teaching thing. Very rarely are you ever going to be like taking your mag out and putting it back in your plate carrier, but we do it a lot here. And so that's cool. I'm trying that out. Scallywag push dagger, or my little get back. This is kind of like the same, the Sock P. This is their version of the Sock P. This is the aluminum one. That just sits in there.
I like the pink or purple.
Purple.
The purple.
I was like,
I the
bro,
purple.
how much whiskey have you drank?
No.
So another instructor Sharpie, just hanging out here. Either marking targets. Your forearms make great writing tablets as well. It's sometimes you get critical information that your brain just isn't going to absorb, and you got to write some shit down. So always having the opportunity to do that. Some custom stuff that I've done. So I've sewn elastic to the inside of my cummerbund.
You put it in there?
I put that in there. Yeah. So again, this is before this was even a thing.
Yeah.
Like, because now you can just buy cummerbunds that have
With
like
elastic
the
in 'em,
pouches and elastic. We didn't have that shit.
Yeah.
So I'm like, fuck, I need to put some shit in here. This is a cool storage spot. So I've got a spare mag in here on another elastic piece.
that you put in.
I
Okay.
sew. Yeah, you can see my terrible,
see the sew job,
terrible
yeah.
hand stitching in there.
I mean, for being part Asian,
You
I'm
are
like,
you
oh,
are
that'd
half
be better
Oriental,
than
so I'm really shocked.
Yeah, so some customization stuff on there. And then I don't even remember where I got these little shoulder pads. They didn't come with these.
They didn't come in them?
No,
Okay.
but these are like gutted. I think they're out of like an Eagle Syax vest, and I gutted the pads out of them.
Yeah, I think all carriers now.
I know now come with pads,
yeah.
but these were like super exposed and rough and would just
Dig in
cut
your-
your fucking
wearing
neck
you
raw. But the thing that I really like about this, a couple things I like about this plate carrier when I got it, is that it's got this little foam mesh, kind of like the helmet. I mean, it's not as nice and 3D printed and Gucci as that, but it keeps everything just off your body
keep you
and
cool.
allows some
Yeah.
airflow to go through there, which also helps with the life of your plates as well, where you're not getting salt and shit all over that. And then this was one of the first sort of plate carriers that had that modular adaptive zip out panels. So I do have a couple of more panels of this. One's got a Haley Strategic flat pack on it, which again, more for people behind you than you, because now you got to take your fucking plate carrier off to get to your backpack. Not great. So I like to run it slick and then just throw a backpack on. Another cool thing about this one, which I thought was pretty sweet, is it's got this rescue handle. So you just pull this out, and now I can sling this over my shoulder and just drag a dude
Drag
out.
you, yeah.
Someone can just drag me. Now, if someone was just to find me laying around, do they know that I've got this shit in here? No. No, of course they don't, but I do. I know I've got it in there.
Well, you can tell them.
Yeah, so the people that I work,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah,
right? So when it comes to your
subconscious,
team or whatever, right? Come and rescue.
Yeah.
Like Chad's like, ooh,
I'm like, whoa.
Yeah.
Well, so what's the weight rating on that?
fuck if I know, dude. Me.
Okay, because
I mean, I'm a good 260,
typically,
250.
like
We need to try
we train, we teach to not grab the handle on the back of the plate carrier.
Right. So this
'Cause
is
it's not rated.
specifically
That's
designed.
that's a DRD. That's a
Yeah,
drag
and it's
handle.
woven
Yeah.
into the plate
Totally
carrier
different story.
itself.
Yeah, different ball game.
Yeah.
Yes, that's
and it's-
specifically designed to drag people out.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's independent of the back panel, and it's built into the plate carrier itself.
That's cool.
Yeah. So that's just something. Now I got to tuck it in, and it takes me like 30
I was
minutes.
going to
to
say,
put it-
now you got to put
That's
it
fine.
away.
It's worth it. I did it for you. I did it for you guys.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, and so then that's my plate carrier there. I do have another back panel that's got the core ice plate on it, so I
Oh,
can
yeah.
throw a Camelback that's the same shape and size as my
Yep.
plates, and so it's nice and conformed. Which, by the way, was totally my idea when I was in Afghanistan, and Core stole it from me and then patented it, and I didn't make any money from it.
That happens.
Well,
Sorry,
you are a possession of the government, so
Yeah.
physical
I coulda-
and mental.
whatever. My idea. I came up with it first.
Yeah,
Intellectual property.
right.
Yeah. So
right.
that's the majority of
right.
what I got. So some old, some new, and this is definitely outdated and could be
Gotcha.
updated.
Yeah.
Yep. That's my shit.
All right, let's move back over to my couch. Okay, so Ryan, let's go through your setup.
All right. So I've got a mix of budget and some other things here. So I like the MacGyver things. So this is a Hardhead Veterans ballistic helmet. I've got some cheap Walker Ear Pro that works just fine. I upgraded the padding inside to their Hardhead Veterans premium internal padding, which is nice. But what I did do is upgraded.
So they can see.
Yeah, so the padding is their premium padding, not the 3D printed hex stuff that's super Gucci.
pretty legit, yeah.
But what I did do is I took out the original Hardhead Veterans strap system and retrofitted it to the Team Wendy BOA system.
Okay, I was gonna say you got the bow in.
Yeah, so
Okay.
like my mama says, I'm special. So I
They'll spit up your fucking whiskey over there.
On the spectrum.
Yep. Hey, we're all on the spectrum.
Rizzle with the dizzle.
Believe me, I'm
Yes,
not. I'm not on the spectrum. at all.
basically, I took the budget ballistic helmet that I could get. I haven't invested a ton of money into it. It does what I need it to do. I don't have nods or any of that stuff yet, so I don't need a battery pack.
That sweet ass Surefire light on there.
Yeah, so the Surefire light, I also MacGyvered on here, so it's an ACH cut, but I like to use my engineering skills and
Did
basically.
I give you that mount? I feel like I gave you that mount.
No, you didn't give me the
alright.
mount.
It's one of the things I didn't give
But
you.
we modified it.
Yes, that's right. That's
Yeah,
right.
So we did some pretty heavy modifications to get it to go into the little M-lock style deal there. So we got the Surefire flashlight. It's nice. It moves. I mean, I mostly use this for just admin stuff. It does have an IR strobe, some IR light, red, white. It's just on there because I found it on Facebook Marketplace and
Looks
thought
cool.
I'd throw it on there. So,
All right.
But yeah, so that's the helmet. It does what I need it to do. Very rarely do I need to wear a helmet, but if I did, I've got something that will do the job.
Yep.
All right, moving on. All right, so this is my belt. We'll just start on this side. So this is just a basic Gerber knife.
Make sure they can see it.
I like it because it's got a nice rubberized handle. It's super sharp. I've actually gutted
hurt yourself.
and done an entire elk with this knife without sharpening it. So that was kind of its.
It's a good way to test it.
Yeah, I did quartered and gutted and skinned an entire elk with this knife, and it worked great.
What you may not know is the rubberized handle on that. You can cut a live power line and not electrocute yourself.
Oh, there we go. So
we used
that's
to carry those.
cool
We used
too.
to carry those in country.
Oh, so look at that. Another bonus. The only thing I don't like is it's a little big, so it kind of protrudes a little, and it's got a window breaker on it. So I've kind of put some little non-reflective
everything.
little tape on there. Yeah, I found out the hard way getting stuff out of my truck that it will scratch things. What's nice is the little Kydex holster is ambidextrous, so you can kind of flip it up or flip it down. So if you're running left-handed,
That's
right-handed,
interesting. I've never seen that.
doesn't really matter. It's kind of a dagger style
Holster.
pretty
Yeah,
cool.
holster.
Yeah.
I like that.
And
That's
then
nice and tight to the
yeah,
belt.
and it's built in. It's got its own little like belt loop system that's got its own little molly style, so you can undo the molly, take the
Little
belt system
plug
off.
in there or whatever.
I didn't
goes
realize
in.
how hard it was to find a system to hold a knife
Horizontally.
Dude,
Jeez.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was hard to
It
find.
sucks.
Yeah. And I just happened to have this. I had it mollied to like a hiking backpack and stuff. And then when I started setting up belts, I was like, ooh, this actually works
Zip
fantastic.
ties.
Okay.
Yeah.
These zip ties are amazing.
Yeah. But they get dry rotted.
They
and
get
can
dry
break.
rotted, they break, yep.
Yep. So, all right. So I've got a Fury Concepts range holster. This is their light bearing that I got. It's a 1911 or 2011. So for like staccatos and stuff like that, I carry a Stealth Arms Platypus. So I had to do some very minor modifications because the slide's slightly different. So I just heated it up with a heat gun, ran the gun in there a few times, got it to work great. Retention's good. It's on a True North Concepts drop hanger. I'm a huge fan. Again, I run the QLS fork. You'll see a common theme. A lot of us run very similar stuff because we've tried and true. Like, hey, have you tried that? We try it, we like it, and then we run it. So the True North drop hanger, the True North leg strap on a Safari Line QLS fork. You can order the Fury Concepts holsters with an RTI hanger, normal
either
belt
one.
belt
Yeah.
holder, belt loops. You can get it with the QLS fork, whatever. When you buy the True North Concepts, most places will give you the option to buy extra hardware that come with it. So it was super easy. I have multiple guns. They're all in QLS forks, so I can run one battle belt and swap holsters and run whatever gun I want to run. This is the G-Code belt. I've had good luck with it. It's the first belt that I ran. I've had it for going on 5 years now. It's not really showing any signs of wear. It's holding up. It's similar to
Yes.
the T-Rex arms, to where the
internal
molly's on the
molly.
inside with the Velcro. What I like about the True North is it actually screws and squishes against the belt. So once you set it, you're done.
It's
It doesn't
not
move.
moving.
It doesn't slide. It doesn't go anywhere. It wouldn't do it even if I didn't run it through the molly, but I run it through the molly anyway, so I have more Velcro surface contact. Moving on, I've got the 1110 tourniquet holder with a North American Rescue cat tourniquet. It's on a Blade Tech holster. I took an extra piece of Velcro, threw on the inside, so again, I have more Velcro.
attention,
I run the G-Code inner Velcro belt. It's just my preference. Sometimes, when I bought this, it didn't come with the rubber insert. There are times where I'd like it. I just don't have it and rarely run it. I'm not running around in my Ranger panties most of the time with my battle belt.
I do all the fucking time.
I know, but
should.
So this worked great. I thank God I've never had to touch this. It just rides and stays right where I want it. This is, you'll see, very, very similar design to the Condor IFAC. This is the
A
high.
little bit thicker.
It's a little bit
bigger.
thicker. I've got a little bit more shit
Yeah,
in
more
here.
shit in there.
So this is my high-speed gear IFAC kit. It's got some molly loops. I've got this Amazon Med reflective. If I was doing anything outside of teaching, I probably wouldn't run reflective shit on my
Good
stuff.
idea, because that's how we find people during sniper class.
Yep.
Shoot you in the
Yeah.
face.
But because I'm wanting people to find me if they're having to use this, I just put a reflective med
And it's
kit
just
on
an
it.
easy pull.
It is an easy pull.
You don't have to do it. I'm just saying.
Well,
Yeah.
to Micah's point, I've got a bungee on here, so it is pretty self-contained. It's got more bungees on the inside. On Amazon, I ordered my blood type and no known drug allergies. So again, if somebody's using this, they're using it on me. So I may not have the faculties to give them that information. So at least they have
Gotcha.
it. So it's a little bit of a pain to shove stuff back in there and get the bungees all in there, but it's not
Yeah,
too
you got
bad.
it.
How is that attached? Those are the malice clips, yeah, that you have that you use to attach it to the belt.
Yeah. So the malice clips, I've got it a little overfull. I feel like it kind of sticks out a little more
Looks
than I'd
big.
like it.
Looks big, yeah.
It's big, but I mean, again, if somebody's needing to work on me, I'd rather them have everything they need. So I've got more than I'm capable of using in here. If Chad had to work on me, I've got chest darts, the whole 9 yards in here. I've got chem lights on the outside, to mark me or whatever, mark something. I've got a chem light on the inside and a little molly pouch, so you could break that and it would illuminate the contents of the pouch.
Yeah.
I've got my little admin Sharpie, teaching Sharpie in here. And then just,
so I can write on your forehead.
yeah, it's not yours because we all have one.
Whatever.
But
Yours looks a lot like Nick's. Ours look very different than the rest of the. Yeah, that looks like
I'm
one of
gonna
Nick's
get a different
Sharpies.
colored one, so
I
you
don't
guys.
know.
Pretty sure.
Yeah.
Pretty sure that's Nick's Sharpie.
And then there was an.
I
there was,
totally stole this. Sorry.
yeah.
From me.
Anyway,
Yeah, I did.
so I had some extra loops up here that I didn't really know what to do with, and I just had one of those.
550.
Yeah, I just had some
That's
paracord
good.
bracelet that was too small to fit me, so I was like, I've got 15 feet of paracord I can throw in there. Why not?
Yeah.
So it doesn't catch on anything, so it's just there. I forget the brand. This is I found
the light holder?
Yeah, it's a custom light holder. So
Okay.
I did have the Streamlight HPL flashlight. It's obnoxious. It's way. It was Mike's recommendation. He's like, "Yeah, this is the flashlight," and it came out, and it's like almost an old school mag light.
Yeah.
I was like,
Beat people.
I mean,
I had to hook my junior instructor up with some good gear.
yeah. I was like, all right, I'll listen to you, and then yeah. So
Under
if I
the
want
bus.
to call aliens,
Epic
I can
fail.
call aliens or blind people on the highway. So I had to modify it and throw some bungee in here so it would actually fit the girth.
Oh,
of
so
of the Streamlight.
this holder is not designed for this light.
No.
You had to modify.
Oh, it
it
looks
to fit.
pretty close to it.
Yeah.
Though.
Oh, so this is a different light, actually. So I'm not running the Streamlight because it was obnoxious and I had to run it. It's got a huge
Well,
lens
it's got a
on
pretty
it.
big lens on it. Yeah.
And I didn't like. I
what is
felt
that- what is that one?
This is actually a Phoenix. So this was a gift. This is actually the Phoenix
Phoenix.
PDR 36.
Yeah, that's the headlamp that Proctor has.
I know
They
Phoenix.
make
I know
good
the
stuff.
brand.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
make good
They're not-
stuff.
Yeah. So this is actually it was a
Just
gift.
most people don't carry
Yeah.
Phoenix.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're not terrible.
No, I mean, for
not
out
like-
here,
they're
yeah,
middle grade.
Yeah, no, it's definitely like if I was gonna.
No, I get them. Like I get them from work all the
Yeah,
time. Like,
exactly.
they're good lights.
Yeah, it was
yeah.
free from work, whatever. But it works. It's a good admin light. It's got multiple modes. It doesn't get super bright. If I'm sitting there trying to look at a student's gun in the dark, I'm not blinding everybody running a night vision. And it happened to fit in here super nice. So just running that for now. So I've got the G-Code Scorpion mag caddies, 2 AR mags, 2 pistol mags. Because I run multiple guns for multiple things, I like the Scorpion pistol mag caddies because the only thing that I've found that don't run in these are the high-end Atlas 2011 mags. They are
Yeah.
real tapered and they tend to work themselves
Yes,
out.
they do.
Okay.
But all my striker fired stuff, like the Canics, SIGs, all those that are pretty straight magazines, they work well in here. Very rarely will I have one work its way out, and it's mostly if I'm like catch it on a door or getting in and out of a car or something.
Okay.
So it's not that big a deal. Because I'm running the Stealth Arms Platypus, it runs on Glock 17 mags, so have no issue switching back and forth between a Canic, a SIG, P320, or the Stealth Arms Platypus. On here, I've just got a Pelican hook that's on here, so it's just a nice, quick detach, super similar, pretty hardy, so I could put more. Sometimes I'll hang my big-ass water bottle on it if I'm walking for a ways. And then some just cheap-ass 511 gloves that I really rarely shoot in gloves. This is mostly for carrying steel and wood,
Yeah,
and
wood, make sure.
windshields
Yeah,
and stuff
yeah.
like that. These are just work gloves,
Yeah,
basically.
yeah.
If I were using shooting gloves, I'd want a little more texture and stuff on the inside, maybe a little thinner, just for some better grip. So that's the belt.
All right. Should we stick out a plate carrier for you? Got.
All right. So this is my plate.
That looked really heavy.
It is heavy. So this is the Haley Strategic Thorax. So this is my newest piece of kit. So I'm the opposite of Micah.
How long have you had it for?
2 days.
You're the one that picked it up.
I did.
And it was almost a year ago.
Okay.
Was it really? That was a year ago? Yeah. Jesus, God.
Yeah.
Alcohol.
Yeah. You gotta lay off
Time
the sauce.
flies. Time flies.
Bitch getting old.
Yeah. So I've been running this for about a year, teaching in it for
Okay.
a year. I'm a big fan. The main claim to fame with the Haley Strategic Thorax is its modularity. Haley Strategic's expensive, but there are some perks if you're running other Haley Strategic stuff.
It's like Apple. Like once you own one piece of Haley gear, like you may as well just buy the rest of your gear as Haley gear.
Yeah, I mean,
it all just integrates
I don't have
together.
any of his stuff, so I don't know.
I got a
Yeah,
lot of his stuff too.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
it's good shit. I've had no issues with it. So this is the Haley Strategic thorax plate carrier. The Haley Strategic micro. Yeah,
Yep,
the micro chest rig.
So that's a combination of your mag carriers and
Yeah.
an extra pouch.
Yeah,
So they
So
make inserts that go
Yeah,
into the
so
chest
it's got
rig.
a pocket for
Yeah.
inserts. Right now, I've got Micah's Faro Concepts insert because I was playing with going slick versus
Okay.
running the micro.
Okay.
I also have a heavy chest rig. I like the Haley stuff because I'm not always running a plate carrier. Sometimes I'm doing like steel safari competitions where we're hiking for miles and
Mine just
miles.
clips out.
Yeah.
And it's hard to see, but it's got little clips that are actually covered.
I see that.
I
I see
like
them
how
covered.
those are covered.
Yeah,
That's
I see
cool.
them covered. Yeah.
Yeah, I
So
like that.
the clips
Yeah.
are actually hidden in there. It's kind of a pain in the ass to get them clipped originally, but taking it off is pretty easy. So it's super cool. You can just pull the micro chest rig out, undo the clips, and the whole chest rig comes off. I can grab the heavy one for the AR-10 mags that's got, rangefinder pockets and all kinds of stuff, maps, and just slap it on there, run something completely different.
I like your scissors.
So,
Yeah.
Stealth.
yep.
I saw them. I saw them.
Yeah,
under there,
I
too.
did. I was like, oh, yeah.
Yep.
I saw something. I
Yeah,
couldn't tell what it
right?
was.
So
Yeah,
I
like that.
run a set of shears behind it. They sit in there. They never move. Just a little admin pouch for stuff out here. I've just got Sharpies, pens, a Write in the Rain notebook, just in case I want to take some notes or whatever. Pockets, an even smaller admin light. This is like one I can cover with my Peaky and have almost no light. If I'm still trying to verify safeties, but not screw up the students' night vision and stuff like that. Another Sharpie, fat Sharpie.
One of Nick's.
So
Oh, it's like
can't have
one
enough of
that's
those.
close to me like yours.
So this is the
No wonder.
Haley
Now I found all my Sharpies.
so
Found
this
all
is
my
the Haley
Sharpies.
Strategic dangler.
Thank you.
So it's a new generation of Haley Strategic dangler.
I want you to point that out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so-
My shit's old. I said that.
Yeah. So it's a new generation of Haley Strategic hanger. But in mine, I basically they sell an insert.
They sell a med insert.
Yeah. So I bought the med insert, and basically this is a blowout kit for students or someone else.
Okay, so you got 2 med kits on you.
I run 2 med kits, one for me and one for,
Yeah.
I'm the only one in my small group of circle of
You're at
people
your
that.
station or whatever. and-
Yeah, I'm at my station. I've got to run something. I've got a blowout kit that, I've got a chem light in here. So again, if we're doing night shoots or something, I can crack the chem light, lights up my med kit, and I can do what I know to do. Not a whole lot has changed. So again, I've got a tourniquet under here. Normally I run a rubber band, like in a figure 8 over this to keep it from sliding out, but it dry rotted and broke. So you got to replace those periodically.
Yep.
The idea is that you can put the rubber band on it, just break the rubber band if you need it, but it retains it. But you do have to maintain it.
So you said that's a new one. Do you know what the difference is between that one and mine?
Well, just looking at it, it's got a more weather protected.
It looks bigger.
It might be a little thicker.
Yeah, because I mean,
I don't
this
know,
is.
I don't know.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you've got the Haley too.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know. They
So
look
I
about
think,
the same.
I think we have about the same generation.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah,
mine's
so-
old as dirt.
Yeah, so
just
this
like
one
me.
has like a little weather
it looks
strip
about
on
the
it,
same.
and it's got it looks like thicker zipper on it than that. And then it's Velcro on both sides.
Yeah, mine's Velcro both on the
Okay, so
inside. Yeah.
not a whole
Yeah.
lot,
Okay.
just evolution. So yeah, I've got the blowout kit.
Or they just put a Gen 2 on it and
Yeah.
get
Chad,
sales.
yeah, charge an extra
Charge
50 bucks.
you 50
Yeah.
bucks more.
Yeah,
I mean, I
the-
bought it for him anyway. So
Yeah, the
it's
zippers
just,
are tritted out. They sunsetted. They have to get new zippers. It's a new gen. So
Hey, your
yeah,
pull tabs look different.
yeah. So
I like your pull tabs better. That failed.
paid
So
extra.
Epic fail.
this is nice. I also
extra.
like keep some little sneaky like boar snake and some other
Ooh.
stuff in here,
Ooh.
just in case something goes down. I got to work on it. It doesn't take up any space. Doesn't weigh anything. Why not have it? Multi-tool pouch or pistol pouch or whatever. The only thing I don't like about it is you kind of have to do something with these
Yeah.
because
It's flapping around.
yeah, because the micro rigs, the heavy rig, all that, they come with little X harnesses.
Yep.
So that you
Double
can,
waistband,
Yeah,
yeah.
you can plug this in and carry it independent of a plate carrier. So I really haven't had an issue with it. It's more when you're messing with it and looking at it, it bugs you. But I have never had it get caught on anything. Upgraded cummerbund that's got the radio routing and whatnot. That's pretty neat in here. Haley Strategic is a pay-to-play. You can buy the plate carrier bags.
Yeah,
Then you
they're
have
just
to buy-
bags. Just call them bags.
They
Yeah,
just
then you
call
got to buy
them
everything
bags.
else.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's basically just the bags that hold the plate carrier on the front and the back and the shoulders. It doesn't even come with the shoulder pads. These are some, again, work there and just ended up with these from some extra shit. So I had to buy the thicker cummerbund. I don't like the elastic ones or the little stringy ones. It's padded. I'm running some level 4. Yeah, it's supposed to be vented. I don't know if I feel that. I sweat pretty heavy in this thing. But it's not bad. It carries well. It doesn't move. So the other thing that they have here is a padded. It's a
the
fairly
top.
significant padding on the
that
top.
makes
So
a
this is
difference.
supposed to be airborne, jumpable, and all that
Yeah.
stuff. So
I've
your
absolutely crushed my
hit your
fucking
face.
chin and bit my
Yeah.
tongue on the top of my plate carrier
Okay.
on
Y-
numerous occasions.
Yeah. So I've gone prone a little
like-
aggressively and actually use this. So it was actually pretty nice.
I'm not jumping.
So I have a Haley Strategic flat pack that integrates super nicely with this. I run the zip ties just because you never know when you need zip ties. Things can go super bad or super good.
You get a restraining girlfriend.
Hey-o.
Yeah. So
Well, Ranger panties on, get my zip ties out.
So-
That's
What was
we're
it-
talking
what was
about.
his name?
Is it Friday? Is it Friday already?
you don't know your own name? So
Oh man.
yeah, and then for the radio routing and stuff, they have these weird little loops in here. So I just kind of routed some more paracord. Just kind of why not? It doesn't hurt anything to have it.
Yeah, so you can run your soft antennas through those.
Yeah, you can run soft antennas and some other shit in here. I'm just running level 4 multi-curve SAPI plates. I'm not even sure what they are. I'm
It's the
borrowing.
same.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ceramic, neutrally buoyant.
Okay.
Yeah. So
4+.
these-
All right.
Yep. So that's my kit.
All right, good deal. Chad, let's hear what you got.
All right.
You don't have your helmet here.
Start- no, I
we're
don't
gonna
have
skip
it.
the, We're going to
Yeah,
skip the
yeah.
helmet, but you
Yeah.
run what?
I do the hard-headed vet.
There you go.
Yeah, with the honeycomb insert. Amazing.
Yep.
If you're going to get a helmet, upgrade to that.
Yep.
It makes a huge difference. But you have to wear like a do-rag.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It will pull your fucking hair out.
Dude, it'll wear your head out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I've worn
they're
it a few
amazing.
times without it, and then I take it off. I got honeycomb.
Yeah,
All over my fucking
yeah.
face. Yeah.
It is not fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Head Harder Vet are yes, they're amazing. The honeycomb is awesome, but wear a do-rag.
Yep.
So
Or just shave your head.
or just shave your head, one of the two. So my belt is a Bear Solutions.
Okay, something different. Nice.
Dude, yeah, it's very modular. As you can see, it has a lot of holes.
Yeah.
This is a close second for my T-Rex.
Okay.
Dude,
back and forth,
they're-
and back and forth, and back and forth.
they're amazing. Yeah, they're very light.
Looks very thin. Yeah.
Very
Yeah, this is
thin.
that Tegris that we were talking about,
Yes,
that
the
carbon
Tegris.
fiber
Yes.
shit.
Yeah, you can see it inside. They have the Molly inside, and then they have multiple holes for, attaching mags, mag holders, and anything you want.
Okay.
So very cool. The only thing I don't like about it is this, the Cobra buckle. It just, when you attach it, if you don't roll it under, it doesn't hold very well. That's my only complaint. And I could be
Cobra
doing
buckle
something
doesn't
wrong.
hold, or
No,
The strap.
the strap doesn't hold
like
very
loosens.
well.
And,
Yeah,
okay,
it does.
okay. I
Yeah,
was like,
'cause
how
there's
do
been a
you
couple
buckle
times
that?
I've taken it
fucking
off
holes.
and I've lost this buckle.
Got it.
And it could be
Okay.
like operational error, like I don't know,
Okay,
operator error,
okay.
but I don't know. So, I'm running the Scorpion G code mag pouches.
Yep.
And was you saying that you had issues with the 1911 mag? 2011, yeah, mags. Yeah, I have run into the same issue. I find, especially this one that's canted.
And you guys are running the long ones too, not the
Yeah,
shorties.
no.
Okay, and they
These
still
are
work
long
their way
ones.
out.
Yeah.
140s, yeah.
Yeah, because I bought the
Okay.
shorties, and then I was having issues with that, and
Oh,
then
so
I
you
bought the
switched
long
the-
ones.
okay.
Yes, and I still have issues with this one.
Really?
Yeah, because I wear my belt a little canted, to where this is more midline.
Okay.
To where it's easier for my reloads, but this one seems to work out.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but I don't think it's it's a mag pouch issue. I think it's a mag issue in the placement.
Okay.
I could be wrong. But working around, I think this is like a flatline tactical, the mag pouch. Yeah.
The dump pouch.
Yeah. The dump pouch. Just a basic light.
Amazon.
Yeah.
Temu.
No, this is Streamlight.
No.
Make sure to turn it toward the camera so they can see.
So that is a micro.
Yeah, this is the
That's
micro.
fucking tiny.
Yeah, it's very tiny. I like
makes
it
that?
because the Fastline, what is it?
I don't know.
It's nice because it's small, but it's small, so you can't put a lot of stuff in it.
Okay.
So you kind of gotta.
What do you have in there?
I have my decompressing dart, a chest seals, packing gauze,
Quick clot.
quick clot, all that good stuff. Yeah. So I mean,
Well, that's what's in most of ours.
it's your basic. It just looks.
The bleed out kit.
Yeah, I mean, it's very small, but
I
I'm just
don't know
not
if
a
I like how
fan.
much it's.
How bulbous.
Ball-
Yeah,
up
it's
and
very
it's pushed
ball. Yeah,
out.
and when you're sitting in a car.
Yeah. Because that's why I try to keep
it wears
mine
your back
as
out. Yeah.
flat as I can for sitting in vehicles.
Yeah, I
stuff
just got
like
this
that,
about
rolling
2
around
months
and
Well, I
ago.
don't
around.
have anything.
And
Yeah.
started wearing it, and I'm like, I'm not a big fan of it.
Okay.
So,
okay.
but the Civivi knife,
What is in the pouch next to
Oh,
the
I'm
knife?
sorry. Yeah, this is just
Multi-tool.
my multi-tool.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just
I think
Leatherman?
it's like a
Is it a Leatherman or
T3.
Sog? What is that?
It's a Leatherman. Yeah, it's like a
Okay.
T3 pouch. Yeah,
Okay.
nothing crazy. This is a Fury. I couldn't find a holster for my staccato that didn't
Okay.
have retention. Like I had a
Really?
Safari Land and stuff
Yeah.
like that, but I
Yeah,
wasn't.
when it comes to retention, you guys, it's like, the only time we usually recommend retention is if you walk around, if it's your job to walk
Yeah.
around with a gun.
Or you roll in the dirt
Yeah. I
every
mean,
class.
Yeah,
I don't know. I have no
I've
problem
rolled
rolling
around
the
with
dirt
this.
if my
I've never
gun
had an
doesn't come
issue.
out, so,
Yeah. I had a G code with my SIG.
Yeah.
Worked great, and it had no retention at all.
Mm-hmm.
And on our team, we don't require retention. So
I mean, on a team, it's not as different than being like law enforcement.
Exactly.
You're walking around
Yeah.
in stores and public where people
yeah,
can grab
exactly.
your shit.
Like we're
Security,
going in
law
on a
enforcement, those are the
mission.
people
Yeah.
that I recommend for retention.
Yeah, but yeah, I like it. It connects to the G code drop leg.
The RTI.
Yeah,
Yep.
the RTI. Yeah, so very nice. But again, I like the belt. The only thing, again, my big thing with it is when the inner belt is very padded, so
Yeah,
it
your
kind of
inner
like
belt's
wants to
super thick.
sag a little bit. Do what?
Your inner belt's super thick.
Yeah, it's very
Okay.
thick. Yeah, so it wants to sag a little bit
Because
you
the inner belt's so thick.
I think so.
Huh.
Yeah.
Okay.
But other than that, the belt's amazing. It's
Okay.
light. So.
All right. Nice.
Yeah. So the plate carrier. This is a Chase Tactical. I think it's like the light, whatever it is, like the
Okay.
light.
Some acronym.
yeah, some acronym, some
Okay.
bullshit like
Okay.
that. It has the quick release. This is a Blue Force gear. I had a Haley on there. The
The front
Micro?
pouch.
yeah,
Okay.
the front pouch. Yeah, and it was too much.
Okay.
When you're trying to get down prone and stuff like that, with my neck, I can't do certain
it's
things.
so large?
Yeah, yeah. The offset was
Pushes
too
out a
much.
Mm.
Yeah. So so I switched to the Blue Force. The thing I don't like about these is getting mags back in there is kind of tough.
Okay.
Which I like.
Very common. Yeah.
Yeah. Which like what, your stuff. Yeah. I like that plastic
Little
thing on
foam.
the top. I think that would be very nice to restow.
It's such a minutia thing
know,
for like
I know.
it's very meticulous. Like this is just
Yeah,
what we do.
it's the
it
little
helps.
things,
like,
man. It's the
Otherwise,
little
you'll
things.
really never do that.
It's all
Yeah.
about the little things.
Yeah. This is a Haley dangler. I
Okay,
got
same
all
as
my
his.
best stuff
Yep.
in here.
Same as all
so,
three of you guys. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's cool.
Those
Then I have my
danglers,
radio
they look
pouch.
fucking
Do what?
Big. Those danglers.
They're really not
Are
though.
they? They're
yeah.
not. Okay.
Yeah.
So it
Because
doesn't
yours like tapers. Ours is just
Yeah.
straight
doesn't get in the
rectangular.
way.
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay.
What I have found though is with that canted mag,
gets in
the
the
mag
way?
pouch, wearing it center line, this kind of gets in the way.
Okay.
So does my rifle.
Okay.
So I'm thinking about changing that a little
Okay.
bit and moving things back to. I like the canted because it's very easy to do mag
Mm-hmm.
reloads, but it's kind of so. But I got a radio
Yep.
holster, and on the back end, I have the Haley Strategic flat pack. Yeah. So, honestly, I'm in a stack, so we can put things in here, here and there. But honestly, it pretty much carries my water. Yeah.
Oh, you got a camel pack?
I
in
got
there?
a camel pack.
Put a bladder in there.
Yeah.
The nice thing about the
Bladder.
flat packs is it zips real flat.
Yes.
But if you want to put something in there, you just zip it out and
Oh,
it'll
it extends
expand.
like suitcase. Okay.
Yeah.
It looks pretty. Yeah,
lot.
it looks pretty tight.
Yeah.
They
I
have
think
a
I've got
flat
like
pack.
3 or 4 of those. I ride my mountain bike with one. I snowboard
Oh, really?
with one.
Okay.
Yeah, I've got a panel for my plate carrier with one.
They have
Okay.
a flat pack plus too.
That's
almost a
big.
backpack.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
huge.
Okay.
Yeah, so this will zip out, and you can see the
Then it expands.
difference. And
Oh yeah, it's just
Yeah.
like a full backpack.
And then the bottom pocket will do the same thing.
Yeah.
And it'll expand out even more.
yeah, so
Alright,
you
that's
can. I mean, you can
It's
put,
really nice.
You
You can put
really
bangers-
can suck it in tight,
Yeah.
or you can make it
Yeah.
as big as you want.
And the
All right.
straps pop off and you can molly it in, or you
Yeah.
can clip straps back into it. Your chest rig integrates into it. Again, it's just like
That's cool.
Apple. Like once you own
cool.
one piece of Haley, everything just works
Yeah.
together.
I mean, you can put bangers in here, like,
yeah.
all kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So it's nice that you can unzip it. It's very modular. So yeah,
Cool.
I mean, other than that, it's I'm sorry,
Plates.
the bow tie.
That's
Yeah, what
nice.
kind of plates you got in there?
Yeah.
These are Stop Shot, level 3.
Okay.
Is it Stop Shot? Is that right?
Sure.
I don't know.
Something like
Yeah,
that.
I don't
think
know.
they're Stop Shot.
Are they standalones or in conjunction?
Standalones.
Okay.
Yeah. They're neutrally buoyant.
Okay.
Yeah, and they're like I said, they're level 3, so they're very light. They're like 2.5.
It looks pretty fucking
It's
light.
like-
They look
yeah.
thick, but
They look
super
thick, but
light.
light,
Yeah.
They're like 2.5 pounds.
Okay.
So they're amazing compared to the steel plates I had before.
Okay. Yeah. Steel plates
Yeah,
are
dude.
fucking miserable.
Like I can wear these all day.
Okay.
And not have too much of an issue.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Wow.
Nice.
Okay.
Nice.
And what
Yeah.
were the cost on those? You know?
Man, they're like $800 a piece.
okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
they're not cheap.
All right.
But yeah, I mean they're nice. Like I said, going from the steel plates to those,
Big difference.
Night and day.
Dude, that look.
Dude.
You picked it up
I
on
was
my
saying, like, do you
What's he
even
got
like,
in
is it
there?
like foam? You just got like
yeah.
play school inserts in
yeah,
there? Like
yeah,
lock
they're
inserts?
like 2.5 pounds.
Okay.
Like I work out in my other
right,
plates.
all right, good
Yeah.
deal.
So like it's they're amazing. Yeah. So
All right.
Yeah.
That's all your stuff?
that's all my stuff. Yeah,
All right.
I'm pretty basic, man.
No, it's
You know?
good.
Yeah. So
Yeah. So, I mean, you guys, hopefully,
A lot of shit on the floor over here.
you know, this answers all your guys' questions. But really, when it comes to gear, if you guys are watching this, if you're students of ours, if you're just fans of ours, if you have questions on gear, please comment below, message us. We would love to help you guys out when it comes to not making the wrong choices and buying stuff that you're going to eventually not use anymore and get thrown into
Yeah,
your,
it sucks.
your bucket of,
It sucks,
of
man,
shit that
'cause
you don't use.
you realize
Yeah.
you're like,
Well,
this is
and,
junk.
and so much of this, and you've heard a lot of us say already, I hate to say it sounds super kitschy, but like mission specific.
Yeah.
Right? We teach out here. We're instructors. So we've got a lot of instructor specific things, Sharpies and chem lights and other stuff, where you really got to think about what am I going to do with this stuff? Where what you wear with a pack, like you talked about, oh, I'm going to stack and I got this and that.
Yep.
Most people aren't on that. You don't
Yeah.
need that stuff.
That's
right?
why
It's
I have nothing in there.
Super cool that I've got this. Like, oh, I'm going to get that because Nick Ryans has
Yeah.
it. Like,
What are
yeah,
you
but
gonna
you
use it
don't
for?
really. What are you going to put like Twinkies and Skittles in there?
Yeah.
No.
yeah,
you're not.
like my setup is a little
Twinkies would
different
get
than
smushed.
everybody
I wouldn't do
else
that.
Do they
because
make
I do
Twinkies
a
anymore?
little
Oh, they
different
make
things,
Twinkies.
than just be on the flat range. So,
Yeah.
it's
All right, guys.
Yeah.
So I know this was a bit of a long one, but hopefully it was helpful for you guys. And let us know if you guys have any questions. We'll see you next time.
Laters.
Boom.
Thanks for listening to the American Gunfighter Podcast. Be sure to listen next week. And please don't forget to leave us a review. Also, if there's a topic you'd like us to look into, please be sure to leave a comment.